So yes, the holidays are coming to an end, and while we're all nursing that sunburn and headache and getting ourselves ready for the new year, we need to start looking at what we want to achieve in our careers for 2017. Now, you might not be happy with your salary, maybe your job title, or in fact even the company you work for, but that's why we have geniuses like Warren Ingram, financial advisor from Galileo Capital, here to help us out. Welcome back, sir. Great to connect with you again.
Thank you, genius. I'll take it every time. Thank you.
Yes, sir, and that's what you've proven yourself to be, and now we've set the bar really high this morning. Now, this is a great time of the year, filled with inspiration. Hopefully we've refilled that cup over the holidays, but it's down to business. What should I be asking myself? What questions are relevant in my own career at the start of a new year?
I think the difference between successful people, whether it's in their career, with their money, marriages, etc., and the people that aren't, is generally one group takes control of their lives, one group has a clear plan, clear set of objectives as to where they're going, and the other group lets life happen to them. And I think that's really going to be the secret here. Is if you want to be successful in your career, then you need to say to yourself, what is it that I want to achieve in this 3-month, 6-month, year, and then 5-year game plan? And set yourself clear, measurable goals and realistic. So say to yourself, okay, if I want to raise, how am I going to do that actually? I mean, the economy is tough, business is struggling now. So how do you make yourself different, better, more valuable to your current employer? And if you're saying maybe your employer is also a problem, then how are you going to make yourself attractive to another employer? And actually start working on your skills and your marketability to make yourself get that raise.
So it's almost like looking at it like, what can you offer as opposed to what are you asking for, but how can you make yourself a more valuable proposition? Speaking of which, I think a lot of people are looking to make up the financial loss over the festive season.
They didn't listen to our
chat, yeah. But I think a lot of people wanting to start the new year on a positive note. Is this a good time to be looking for a promotion or possibly even a raise?
I think so. I mean, I think you just need to understand the context of your business, so the company that you work in, or if you work for yourself, thinking about your clients, and then saying to yourself, right, if the company's, for example, going through a little bit of a growth spurt, then you know that it's probably a bit easier to have that negotiation. If your company's going through a tough time, then you need to think about it. Maybe you need to find a way to kind of collapse 2 jobs into your own, so you become doubly more valuable to the business, and hopefully you can get a bit of a raise that way. But it's all about making sure that this is a market, isn't it? You've got something to sell, and they need to pay for it. So how do you make yourself more attractive for them to pay you that?
Increase that demand, and there are opportunities. Even in the toughest times within a company or within a broader context of business, there is opportunity.
The best business leaders will always say that to you. Don't tell me about the environment. Don't tell me about the difficulties. Those are unique or not unique. They're the same for everybody. What makes you better and more special is how you navigate that and how you take control and take the step forward.
Now, obviously, we get real on the financial side of the management of our own lives at this time. What expenses are there typically that are specific to this time of the year, things that we might not take into account?
The medical costs always go up now. So your medical aid's going to become more expensive, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I'll shoot up there.
It's unfortunate, and I think that's always one, and especially parents, their kids, they can't afford not to have that. So don't make the mistake of saying, okay, medical aids are going up, I'm just going to cancel my medical aid. That's crazy. Yeah, no, so don't do that. But that's one. I think if you have got kids at school, education costs go up now, and so those are probably the two. Then insurances for your car and your household and those things also will go up now. So those are the items there.
Kind of natural inflation.
And I think just be careful. So how do you control that, and what do you do about it? Yeah. And I think what I would say is don't be afraid to shop around. So don't just cancel or cut your cover, because that's really dangerous. But don't be afraid to go to 3 or 4 insurers and say, what will you pay for my car, or what will I pay for my car insurance, my house insurance? School fees, you can negotiate, pay up front, you'll get a big discount. Yeah. Medical aid, you can shop around, but unfortunately we limit it.
I've been wondering why my broker has been so hands-on over the last couple of weeks, even during the festive season. I mean, it's ridiculous. No, I think it's, as you always reiterate on the show, it's about having a plan and being clear about it and being responsible. Okay, we're going to continue this very interesting chat as we continue our financial discussion this morning. And we're talking about a brand new year and how you should be focusing on yourself and your career.